So I just watched Genlock episode 2. It was very much in the spirit of how I felt about the first one. I was just basically going through and being like, oh, I love this animation, or I love this design, or I love this lighting, or I love this camera work with the fight scenes, you know, the way it like cut round, it felt very natural and helped flaunt the good parts of the fight instead of being quite static. The sound effects were good. God, there's just been like such an improvement level. Like, you can tell that money has been spent on this show, quite a bit of money. It looks so great. Like, compare this to Ruby Volume 1, and it's like, you can't even think. Like, you can tell that Rooster Teeth as a company has grown a lot in like recent years. And like, it's very good. It is interesting, like, the sort of plot thing, because like at first I wasn't 100% sure about what Chase was, and it's interesting to sort of get that clarification, because I was like, oh, is he going to be like a cyborg dude, or like, oh, he's a consciousness that's been uploaded into different bodies, and then it's like, oh, he's a digitalized consciousness, and that can extend to him coming around in the form of holograms and stuff, which I really like, because you don't get that as much with sci-fi stuff, as much, you know, compared to like cyborgs. I really enjoyed that. I mean, like, the actual scene itself was a bit rough, because obviously two characters, I can't remember her name at this exact moment. I probably will later on at a really inconvenient time, but it's been years, and it's just, she didn't know he existed, and he couldn't see her yet, and that is rough. I kind of expected her reaction to be like along those lines, because at the end of the day, like, she was lied to, and he didn't want to lie to her, but someone lied to her about a very serious part of like her life, you know, and that is going to make you like really angry and really upset, and you've got to blame someone, you know. It's, I don't blame her for reacting like that. Emotions are a lot, you know. I think she's fully justified, and I think it's sad that he's just kind of, when she walks through him, that's rough, you know. And he can't do anything to stop her from walking away. Oof. What else happened in this episode? I mean, we got more explanation about how the robot things works. They are just very large robots. Pretty much. Less mech suit and more just mech, I guess. Just large boys. They're very good. We met the new recruits. I love the new recruits. I like how they keep up the sort of you know, the kind of trope, I guess, in animated shows or whatever, where a character will have a certain colour associated with them, and they're like, everything like they wear just happens to be that colour and stuff. It's very good. I liked how we saw little bits of their personalities. I like Valentina. It's a cool aesthetic, cool personality. But I like them all, really, apart from the spy dude. But like, I looked at him and then I was like, I don't remember any of the mechs sort of things, like the Hollands, I think they were called, matching up to you. So I was just like, And yes, we turned out to be a spy, which was very cool. I liked that very much. And like the death scene with him, and like him trying to upload and connect, and it just dark, like what was it, like blood came out of his nose, he started spasming. It's very good. There's lots of little animation things, and I keep going on about like the technical aspect of this show, but it really, I really love it. Like there were just these little sort of subtle things which they got, which is really good, because like there can be issues animating the human face sort of thing, like with cartoon, like a more toonish appearance, you can sort of hand wave any sort of weirdness as much, but they've gone for a bit more realistic, you know, like you look at the proportions, like you compare it to like Ruby or Nomad of Nowhere, where the face is just, there's not much in the way of realistic proportions, but in this show they go for it, and then they manage to do the little things that work well, like pupils constricting, getting smaller, and the way they move, the way the eyes move, little eyebrow twitches and stuff, and it's just, it's so good, because like to be able to get things like that, you have to put a bit of effort in, and you have to recognise these things exist, so people put energy and enthusiasm and care into Genlock, and that makes me happy to see, you know, because like you get lots of like films and TV shows or whatever which are kind of seen as a cash grab, you know, it's like we'll do the smallest amount of work possible, people consume this, and then we'll make money, and then it's fine, and it's like, no, these people wanted to build a show, and obviously like they would like to make some money because they're a company, but it's like, it's not a low effort, high reward sort of thing. This is high effort. I'm very appreciative of that. It's just so good. I'm going to try not to ramble on for too much, but basically, love all these characters. I loved how they deal with all the visual aspects of it. I love the dialogue. There were loads of, when I was watching it, there were great big there were moments where I just paused for ages just listening, because I was just interested and I couldn't think of anything to add. I was just like, oh wow, yeah, like just genuinely like trying to take this all in. So that's another really good point. The dialogue can be difficult to write because you have to make it feel natural, but it has to kind of be important in some way to the story. But people don't typically, at least, just dump everything on you in a factual manner, like exposition machines. So it can be difficult to try and nail dialogue at times, which you can see, like, Ruby struggled with a bit, you know, like there are some bits where it's just, some characters are just exposition machines a couple of times. They got a lot better at it recently though, which is great. But every sort of bit of dialogue was sort of like explained something, showed character insight, or like there was a bit of a joke to sort of like lighten tension and stuff. It was very well thought out. So this episode isn't up. I am intrigued. I am excited. I want to meet these characters. So overall, I'm liking Genlock so far. Optimistic. And I hope you enjoyed this little mini rant, I guess. And see you in the next video.